You should see a girl for who she is, not what you want her to be, in order to get to know her better, her flaws, and to love her with all your heart. Here's the first secret. Be sure of yourself when you approach her. Having faith. When you want to meet a woman, having confidence is one of the best things about you. Being confident means you like yourself, don't mind being turned down, and aren't scared of being rejected. It also means you are a leader, can make decisions, and could be a good partner. But confidence is not the same as ego. Confidence and humility, assertiveness and politeness, and self-assurance and self-awareness are all things that women can find off-putting, frightening, or disrespectful. That's why it's important to find a balance between these traits. Approaching a woman with a friendly and open attitude is one of the best ways to show confidence. This means you shouldn't hesitate, stutter, or fidget when you walk up to her, and you also shouldn't touch her without her permission or cut her off in the middle of a conversation. Instead, you should walk up to her with a natural, relaxed posture, a warm smile, and a respectful, polite attitude. You should also make eye contact with her, but don't stare. Depending on the answers, you may need to change how you talk to her. For example, if she is in a hurry, you may want to keep it short and ask for her number. If she is with friends, you may want to introduce yourself to them as well. If she is in a professional setting, you may want to be more formal and polite. Use a good opener. What you say to a woman first can make or break your chances of getting her to like you. You shouldn't use cheesy or rude pickup lines like, "Are you from Tennessee because you're the only 10 I see?" Or, "Do you have a name or can I call you mine?" Or, "Are you a bank because you have my attention?" These lines can make you seem fake, unoriginal, or rude. When you go up to a woman, the most important thing to remember is to be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not, lie about your past, or inflate your accomplishments. Women can tell when you're lying, being anxious, or bragging, so you should be real, honest, and humble. Show what you stand for and what you're passionate about. Women like guys who are honest, reliable, and interesting. Second secret, start 2. Secret. Start talking to people informally. Chats about nothing. When you confidently approach a woman, the next step is to start a casual conversation. Is a friendly, casual exchange of words that can help you break the ice, build rapport, and get to know her better. It can also show off your personality, sense of humor, and intelligence. However, a casual conversation is not the same as a boring, generic, or intrusive conversation. One of the best ways to start a casual conversation is to talk about something important, interesting, and lighthearted. It's easy to talk about social topics that aren't too personal or controversial. These are topics that can get people interested, the situation or the environment. You can talk about something going on around you, like the weather, the music, the crowd, or the event. For example, you could say, "Isn't today such a beautiful day?" Or, "This band is amazing. Have you heard them before?" Or, "This place is so crowded. Do you come here often?" Or, "What brought you to this party?" You can ask her what she likes, what she thinks, or what she has done, as long as it's not too private or sensitive. What kind of music do you like? What did you think of this movie? What do you like to do for fun? Have you ever been to another country? Ask questions that can be answered in any way you choose. When someone is asked an open-ended question, they are not asked for a yes or no answer. Instead, they are asked to give more information. You can keep the conversation going and show that you are interested by asking open-ended questions instead of closed-ended ones. For example, you could ask, "What do you like about this song?" instead of, "Do you like this song?" A question, don't ask too many personal questions. Too personal questions are ones that are too close, too sensitive, or too inappropriate for a casual talk. They can make the other person feel awkward or offended. Some examples of too personal questions are those about her income, weight, age, sexual history, religion, or political views. For example, you shouldn't ask her how much money she makes, how much she weighs, how old she is, how many people she's slept with, what religion she follows, or who she voted for. Use laughter and praise. Compliments and humor are two powerful ways to start a casual conversation, as long as they are sincere and polite. Humor can help you break the ice, lighten the mood, and make the other person laugh. You can show admiration, gratitude, and attraction by complimenting someone. For example, you could say, "You have a great sense of humor, you make me laugh." Or, "Your beautiful smile makes my day." Or, "Your point of view is very interesting. I like the way you think or the way you write. I like the way you dress." Third secret, pay attention. 3 secrets, learn how to listen actively. Expert knowledge. Being able to actively listen means paying attention to what she says, showing that you are interested in what she has to say, responding carefully, and asking follow-up questions based on what she says. Watch out. Active listening starts with paying attention to what she's saying. This means you shouldn't talk over her or change the subject while she's talking, and you shouldn't look at your phone, watch, or anything else that might take your attention away from her. Instead, you should pay attention to her words, tone, body language, and emotions. You should also smile, nod, or do something else suitable to show that you are paying attention and interested. Show interest. The second way to be an active listener is to show that you are interested in what she is saying. This means you shouldn't look bored, moody, or critical while she's talking, and you also shouldn't guess what she's saying. You should not jump to conclusions or give her advice without asking. Instead, you should show interest, enthusiasm, and appreciation for what she is saying. You can also use spoken and unspoken cues to show that you are involved and interested, such as leaning forward, tilting your head, or raising your eyebrows. Respond with care. Responding with care to what she says is the third part of active hearing. If someone is talking, you shouldn't ignore, dismiss, or contradict what they are saying. You also shouldn't repeat, paraphrase, or modify what they are saying without adding anything new or relevant. Instead, you should respond with your own thoughts, feelings, or opinions that are related to what they are saying. You should also give her positive and constructive feedback, such as, "I agree," "I understand," "I like that," "That's a good point," or "I disagree," "I'm interested," or "That's an interesting point of view." Question things again. The fourth and final active listening technique is to ask follow-up questions based on what she is saying. This means that you shouldn't ask closed-ended, irrelevant, or inappropriate questions that can end the conversation. You also shouldn't ask too many personal or challenging questions that can overwhelm or offend her. Instead, you should ask open-ended, relevant, and appropriate questions that can keep the conversation going. Asking how you felt when that happened, what you learned from it, your goals for the future, or what you're excited about can help you connect with them more deeply and show that you respect them. This is the fourth secret compliment. 4. Secret. Give a compliment. Do respect. Sincerely be honest. The first and most basic rule for complimenting someone sincerely is to be honest. Don't say something you don't mean, don't lie about your intentions, and don't compliment something you don't like. Instead, you should compliment something that you genuinely admire, appreciate, or find attractive about them. Your tone of voice, your facial expression, and your body language should all show that you are sincere. Can sound unrealistic, over the top, or general. Describe it. To truly praise someone. The second tip is to be specific. Don't compliment something vague or common like, "You are nice," "You are smart," or "You are pretty." These compliments can sound bland, boring, or unoriginal. Instead, you should compliment something unique about you, like, "You have a great sense of humor," "You are very knowledgeable about this topic," or "You have a beautiful smile." These comments can show that you are paying attention, that you see the little things, and that you value her uniqueness. Fit the situation. The third tip for giving true compliments is to use the right words. Don't compliment her on something too personal, sexual, or offensive, like, you have a nice ass, you have a sexy voice, or you have a cute nose. These comments can make her feel violated or insulted. Instead, say something relevant, respectful, and tasteful, like, you have a beautiful dress, you have a captivating voice, or you have a charming smile. These comments can make her feel good about being praised and honored. Fifth, 5 secret. Find things you have in common. Secret, find something you have in common with her. This shows that you are interested in her as a person, not just as a possible date. You show that you care about what she thinks, feels, and enjoys by asking questions, listening carefully, and showing interest. It also makes the talk more interesting and fun by finding things you both like or can relate to. This way, you can avoid awkward silences, small talk, or one-sided rants that are dull. You can also share jokes, stories, opinions, or insights that make the conversation more interesting and fun. It also shows if you are compatible and could be in a relationship by finding things you have in common. For example, you can find out if you share values, goals, or lifestyles that are important for a long-term relationship. With open-ended questions, you can also find out if you have chemistry, are attracted to her, or are compatible with her. What kind of movies do you like? What was the last movie you watched that you really liked? These are examples of open-ended questions that require more than a yes or no answer. They encourage the woman to share more information, opinions, or feelings about herself or the topic. Questions to follow up on follow-up. Questions build on the last answer or topic. They show that you are paying attention and interested in what she has to say. They can also help you learn more about the subject and find things you have in common. For example, if she says she likes scary movies, you could ask what your favorite scary movie is or what scares you about scary movies. Use of statements. You can share something about yourself and relate to what she is saying by making a statement. This also gives her a chance to respond or ask you a question. For example, if she says she likes horror movies, you could say, I love horror movies too. They make me feel excited and nervous at the same time. Or, I'm not a fan of horror movies, they give me nightmares. Give compliments. You can show that you like or respect something about a woman or a topic by complimenting her. Compliments also make her feel good and more open to you. For example, if she says she likes horror movies, you could say, you have great taste in movies. Horror movies are awesome. Or, you are very brave. I admire that you can watch horror movies without getting scared. 6 secret messages with each other is 6. Secret. Give each other your contact information. If you find something you have in common with a woman and have a nice conversation with her, you might want to exchange contact information. This will help you stay in touch, plan a date, or keep talking later. However, it can be awkward to ask for her phone number or social media information because you don't want to seem too pushy, needy, or creepy. You should ask for contact information when the conversation is at its best, which means that both of you are enjoying it and are either laughing, joking, or feeling very connected. If you wait too long, the conversation may die down. You don't want to ask too soon because you might not have built enough rapport, trust, or interest yet. Some signs that the conversation is at its best are when she smiles, laughs, or nods a lot and gives you positive feedback like compliments, agreements, or validations. Touching you or moving toward you, copying your body language or tone of voice, making eye contact, or looking at your lips are all signs that she wants to know more about you. How to ask someone for their phone number. You should be confident, casual, and polite when you ask for her contact information, and you should also give her a reason or a benefit for giving it to you. Here are some do's and don'ts of asking for contact information. Do use a statement instead of a question. Instead of asking, "Can I have your number?" or "Can I add you on Facebook?" say, "Let me get your number," or "Let's connect on Instagram." This shows that you are interested in getting in touch. Don't say something general or vague like, I want to talk to you more, or I want to get to know you better. Instead, say something specific that is related to the conversation. For example, if you're talking about movies, say, I want to recommend some movies that you'll love, or I want to hear your thoughts on the movie we're going to watch. Seventh plan, kept secret casual trips. 7. Secret plan fun, casual trips. After swapping numbers with a woman, you might want to ask her to go on a date. But not every date is the same. There are dates that are more formal, expensive, or stressful than others. If you want to have a more fun and relaxing time with a woman, you might want to choose casual outings instead. Casual outings are activities that are simple, fun, and low pressure. You can talk to each other more naturally and get to know each other better. There may be a spark. Why aren't formal dates better than casual events? They are easier to plan and carry out because you don't have to worry about making reservations, getting dressed up, or spending a lot of money. You can also be more spontaneous and adapt your plans to fit the situation. They are more comfortable and laid back because you don't have to deal with awkward silences, bad manners, or high expectations. You can also be more yourself and show your personality, humor, and charm. They are better for conversation and connecting. You can also have more chances to talk, listen, share stories, thoughts, or feelings. It's more fun and enjoyable, and you don't have to put up with boring or bad activities or act like you like something you don't. You can also have more fun. Have fun and laugh with each other. How to plan a fun day trip. Pick an activity that you and she both enjoy. You can choose based on what you have in common or on something you want to try or learn together. For example, if you both like music, you could go to a live show, a karaoke bar, or a record store. If you want to try something new, you could go to a cooking class, a pottery workshop, or a dance lesson. Select a location that is safe and easy to get to. The location should be close to public transportation or parking lots, and not too far away or isolated. Pick a time that works for you and your schedule. The time should fit your preferences and moods. You should also make sure that the time is flexible so that you can extend or end the trip based on how things go. You should also have a backup plan or another choice. If something goes wrong or changes, ask her out in a confident and casual way. Be clear and direct about what you want, but don't sound too serious or formal. You can also make it sound like an invitation instead of a request or demand. For example, hey, I heard there's a cool art show this weekend. Do you want to check it out with me? Or, hey, I'm craving some ice cream. Do you want to join me for a scoop? Outro says that the first step in meeting a woman is to make more friends. Do things you enjoy, go to a variety of events, and be open to new experiences. Remember that making connections requires honesty, patience, and active listening. There is no one-size-fits-all solution, but these steps will help you get started. If you found these tips useful, please like and subscribe to our channel.